Hello, strong people. Week 5, day 3 of America's Strongest Man Prep. As you can see, I am not in my home gym. I'm on my way to 580 barbell. Now, originally I thought like me and my buddies were going to get a training session in today, because I mentioned it earlier about coming down these last 2 weeks, and they had other things going on. They couldn't make it, which is fine, because I have other reasons I have to come down here anyway. So I got to, plus I am excited to use their circus dumbbell. It's better than mine. It's not crooked, at least last time I used it, it wasn't, and it's not as it's going to be similar to what I used or what I will be using on game day. And general, I mean, I have to pick up some like pre-workouts, some chalk, and my log. My log is still down here from the All-American Pro-Am, because we used it for warm-ups. We might have even used it for the show. I don't remember. So I got a few reasons to come down here today, but the big reason is to get a good training session in. It's like the pretty much final event day. I have event stuff next weekend as well, but it's not. It's a little bit of more of, I don't want to say deload, because it's still pretty heavy, but today is like full comp weight, everything pretty much. So I won't be able to do everything exactly as planned. Oh, excuse me. So I have like a bag toss to start. He says, my coach is like 2.5 pounds. You know what I really should do? I should just set my bags at a certain weight and then make little pouches of like 2.5 or 5 pound increments, so I can just throw those in the bag without having to weigh it out every time. That's what a lot of people do. That's what the smart people do. Especially like competitions and stuff. But I should do that. So it's programmed to do like 2.5 pound jumps up to like 4 misses. So I'm not going to be able to throw over like a crossbar or anything today. I could set it up, but it's like a 2-3 person job, and I don't want to mess with that. So I'm going to throw just where I can, as long as it doesn't rain. It doesn't look like it's going to, but just in case. So, and I also don't have 2.5 pound weight jumps. It's like 5 pound jumps for their bags. So what I'll probably do is take like a 40 out to warm up, and then I'd like to bring out some heavy ones. I don't know what the heaviest bag they have down here is, but if it's 60, I'll bring 60. I think they have heavier, 65, 70 maybe. I'd like to bring those out just to throw them, just to get a feel for them. I can't. I'm so tired of this event, but I am excited to try it. Now, obviously, I mentioned the Q earlier in the week, and I can't replicate it that well today because I won't have a crossbar, but I can imagine it, visualize that there is a crossbar behind me, and I will try to visualize that I am throwing, like aim my chest at it. We'll see. See what happens. But, yeah, I'm excited to give that a try. I wish I had a crossbar to really do it with, but I think I throw again on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday next week, I think. So I'll do it for real then. But that's going to be the only thing I'm going to think about today. I'm just going to try to aim my chest at the crossbar. So we got that. What's after that? I think Power Runner is supposed to be after that, but I don't have a Power Runner down here, so won't be doing that. I'll do some sort of leg kind of warm up, and then we got frame into circus dumbbell. So up until this point, we've kept it separate all program, all training cycle, and it's been really good. Well, frame has been pretty good. Circus dumbbell has been okay on and off. I hope today feels good. It's comp, weight, comp, run, everything. So I will consider honestly, right now in prep, I think 1 rep on a comp weight dumbbell would be a win. I think I'm capable of 3, maybe. I don't know. I've never pushed a circus dumbbell this heavy for reps, I don't think. I've done reps at 200 pretty easily, but circus is kind of one of those things where it jumps up and all of a sudden you can't really do it. So I'm gonna do my best. I need to look back at training and see what I was doing back then whenever I was training for OSG Regional, because it felt really good. Now I was prepared for a 220 bell as part of a medley, and it didn't seem like that much of a problem. So good there. One or two runs at that. I'll probably do, when it says 1 or 2 runs at something like this, I imagine run 1 being the end all be all, because you only get 1 shot at competition. So I don't see much of a point in doing a second one if the first one was good. If you did something blatantly stupid and obvious that would change the outcome dramatically, absolutely do another run. But kind of get amped up a little bit, put a lot of effort into that 1 run, so you want to make sure it's perfect, because you probably won't have the same energy reserves for run 2, most likely. So what else we got after that? Keg medley, the keg carry and load series. So I think the heaviest keg they have is like 300, so I won't be able to do the exact run, which is what it's programmed. Well, that deer is splattered. I won't be able to do the exact run, which sucks. I wonder if they don't have a loadable keg, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they have a loadable keg, so we just got to make do with what we got. I may try to do like a heavy sandbag, really heavy sandbag added into it, or just do it on its own or something. I just kind of want to feel that 400 pounds in the lap and load it if I can. 400 bag and a 400 keg are 2 very different things. So it's 400 pounds, but 400 pounds is not 400 pounds whenever you're looking at it in those dimensions and those objects. So you can ragdoll a 400-pound deadlift or something, but whenever it comes to a sandbag, that thing is about the size of me. Well, it weighs more than me, and the bag size, it's like picking up myself, kind of. It's just a nightmare. So we got that, and then arm over arm. So this is supposed to be mimicking the hoist today, so I'm going to probably set up a yoke, try to pull over the yoke or something to try to get the angle right. I don't know how much of a difference that part will make, or how much of a carryover that will have. I do think Grandma's driving. I do think that what I really would love to replicate is the drag back down. So like I really want to like the hoist part, where it's suspended in air. That's the part I'd love to replicate, but I just don't have the ability to do that down here. I still might try to do something this week in my own gym where I just literally throw it over one of the rafters and see what happens. Like, I understand that I'm pulling myself, doing those arm over arm, like rope row type of things, and that's giving me a general idea, but it's not going to be the same. So I don't know. I don't really know what to think about that event. If I'm being honest, a lot of the national dudes, because they just had this event at nationals, a lot of them made it look pretty easy. So I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of them made it look pretty easy. I mean, if you're winning an arm over arm in like 10, 11 seconds, like, it can't be that difficult, unless you're crazy good at it. But there was a lot of fast finishers, so I think even Hatton had a go at it because he was there helping his athletes, and he did. I think he did it. They let him do the super heavyweight weight, and it was like 11 seconds or something crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can go much faster than that. So we'll see. That's pretty much a run through of what we're going to do today. So I'm going to try to record. I'm going to be by myself today for the most part, I would imagine. So maybe I'll get a little more videos. But I don't want to be here all day. So I'm going to speed through things as best I can, trying not to waste too much time, because when I do event days at home, there's some days I take a lot of time. Not all the time. Sometimes it's just that's how long stuff takes, because of setup, tear down, moving stuff out of the way, moving over the equipment I got to use for this run or whatever. It's interesting, but that guy doesn't know how to yield. Because he's hammering a breakfast sandwich or something. What an idiot. What an idiot. What's that from? It's from a movie. I'm getting off topic. So, we are 2 weeks out. Technically a little bit less than that, because day one of competition's on Friday, and it's Saturday. So, 2-day competition, 3 events each day. It's supposed to be 2 to 4:30 each day, I think. That's pretty good. So 2.5 hours to go through 3 events is it's like a training cycle. So we'll see. I'm excited though. I'm ready to go. Antsy. I just want to get it done. See how I fare. Oh my God! I really thought that guy was going to just cause a major accident right there, but he didn't. So. All right, I'm going to stop this video. We'll record some training stuff when we get down there, and then I will check in with you guys on the ride home. God. I'm still out of breath. I'm out of breath because after all that actual session, I had to carry my log up like the stairs and then out to my car, and then I was going to put it in my car, but I left my keys in the gym with the rest of my stuff, so I had to go back. Well, I was going to have to go back anyway, but it was just a bad scenario. It was dumb. But, yeah, that was difficult. Carrying that log when you're not actually trying to use the log. Carrying a piece of equipment around when you're not like in training mode. You know, like I was done. Like, all right, the body is done. You're kind of out of that training mode. Now everything else feels heavy. That log felt like 300 pounds. And it's not. It's half of that. So, that was not fun. That was an okay training session. I'm 2 weeks out, so the fatigue kind of hit today. Just general. I was just tired. But it was okay. Back toss was fine. It still felt a little clunky. It is what it is. I didn't get to record anything of it. There wasn't much to see because I didn't have a crossbar or anything. Oh, something else. My one buddy was there. Frawley was there. So I had my weeks mixed up. I thought it was this week that he and my other buddy weren't going to be there. And that was not true. This next weekend is I had my dates mixed up. So that was cool. I had someone to train with. It helps too. It helps big time moving stuff around. General, like recording, whatever needs done. It's nice to have a training partner on big event days. But what was first? Back toss was fine. I threw the 60 for some reps just to get a feel for it, because that's the goal. I got to get 60 over 15. I've done it before. I just got to be able to do it on the day of. So it's really what I'm hoping for. But it felt fine. It just, I'm tired, so it's not a good judgment call, or it's not a good what's the word? I don't know. I don't judge things based on how they feel 2 weeks out. That's really the thing that I take away from competing for a little while now. Don't judge, don't be worried that things are heavy like 2 weeks out, a week out. You're tired. It's going to feel pretty rough a lot of the times. Which is kind of how frame was. Frame into circus, it was okay. Popo. The frame that I used, it was a different one. I've used that frame before, but last time I used it was like 3 years ago, and it was for a show where you could strap in. But that frame has a little bit thicker handles, and it's the handles on it. They're different. There's two different handles. They're like two different materials. Like the one handle is like slick, like just regular like old paint painted over it. It's slippery. Ooh, I like that Supermoto. But it's kind of slippery. The other one is like black. I don't know if it's like dirty, but it's like a black and it's got like a different finish on it. So on the last two heavier runs, I did 670 into, and then I did 750 after comp weight. On the 670 run, my right hand was the one on the slicker part, and I could tell, I went through it, and I was like, I got to the end fairly, I don't want to say fairly easy, but I could feel my right hand like it didn't want to grip quite right. And after that run, I was like, I've never had that before. I've never had my right hand fail on me before. It's always been left. So I was like, that's weird. I looked at the handles, and I was like, those are different. Those are not the same two handles. Didn't care at that point, whatever. But I kind of set myself up for failure because when I turn around, my left hand is now on the slicker part, and my right hand is on the good part. So I didn't set myself up for success there. There's no telling if I would have actually had it or not. I still moved it, like halfway maybe. But like I said, I'm not overly worried about that because I've done that frame weight quite a few times. I've done more than that now. So generally I'm pretty happy with that. Even though I didn't get the full 30 feet on the frame, I still wanted to go into the dumbbell just to feel it, get the transition part down. It didn't feel too bad. I don't know. I think I could have waited a little bit more because I know that I'm not going to hammer out a bunch of reps on this. So I need to be smart with my timing. I don't need to jump right into it. I just need to get a rep, So it's my own fault there. I rushed into it a little bit. But with that being said, wasn't bad. I came back and people cannot drive. But I came back. I called on the frame. The grip was it's not what it was needed. What was needed today. So it wasn't quite there. And that's, I don't want to say I expected it, but when you're fatigued, grip goes first a lot of the time. So to me, the fact that I can still, do a heavy-ish frame about 2 weeks out, it's pretty good. I talked about it before, but when I was going into the OSG regional, I barely did like a 600 frame. I failed it halfway down. At that point, I knew, I was like, that one messed with my head a little bit because that was very light compared to what I've done before. But dialed it back, deloaded, did the thing. 750 frame, 50 feet comp day in like 9 seconds or whatever it was. So I was pretty happy with that. But anyway, didn't do the frame again. I just wanted to get a feel for the dumbbell weight. And let me tell you, this dumbbell, so much easier to use than mine. It's just amazing. Way better, way better. The handle size was smaller, more reasonable, made more sense. And there was a bigger space in between the bells itself, so you're not like jam-packed in there. So I came back through, I got it for a rep, and technically it was all right, here. So I was calling the bell 95. I weighed it beforehand just to know. It was like 96 and a half. Plus I had 4 clips on it just to be sure. So it was, at minimum, it was closer to like a 230 technically, because I had 225 in plate, or 225 in plates, including the bell that I said was 95. So I guess it was closer to 230, which I'm pretty happy with. I'm not going to call it 230. I'm going to call it 225 because I don't really feel right rounding up to it. But it's cool to think about. So I was able to get that for a good rep. I did a little bit of a push jerk there. I dipped under it a little bit. I'm happy. I told myself I would. I was very happy I was able to execute that. Not well, but better than before. Rep 2, right there. Got away from me a little bit. Once again, probably rushed into it. Just rookie mistake, honestly. Got to be smart with timing on this because it's heavy enough to where I'm not going to be able to rep it out. So I just need to be able to time things better. And then I ended with kegs. I was supposed to do arm over arm, but I didn't have a whole lot left in me. And yeah, I don't know. What I would like to do, I don't know what's on program this week, but I might try to do my own, rig up something at my own house to do the hoist. Try to just replicate it as best I can. Might throw something over my truss in my garage, like I said. We'll see. I don't know. But kegs, the hardest part for me with kegs is that the lapping. So, you got to pull it up a certain. Now, there's 2 different ways to do this. Because of the way the kegs are set, I'm assuming they're going to be standing. They're going to be standing up. So you're going to push it to the left, grab the handle with your left hand, or my left hand. Some people go the other way. Grab the closest corner to you on the bottom, pull it in, you kind of lap it, and then you reposition your opposite hand onto the bottom of the keg. And it's the transition part, the regrip is what's a little bit not clicking in my head. It's not that it's not. It's more like I just don't have a ton of room on my too big of a gut, honestly. It gets in the way whenever it's an event like this. So we'll see. I won't be as bloated day of. I'm pretty bloated today. But so I did a little like mini run. It's fine. It's more, I don't feel as fluid with it yet, to where I don't have to think about doing it. So I'm kind of thinking about all my moves whenever I'm picking a keg and whatever, trying to make sure I'm just doing it correctly, more efficiently. So I kind of ended it with a few reps, just replicating that pick, lap, and load. So those felt better. I got more used to it. And that keg is difficult to use because the bottom of that keg is all beat up. It's all dented and bent, whatever else. So I was like grabbing something different every single time I repositioned my hand, which is fine. It's going to make it a little bit more challenging. Obviously, it's not the weight I would like, because it's going to be a heavy medley. It's going to be tough to finish for me, I think. But last day, last event, whatever you got left, let's see it. So yeah, not much else to say. Not a bad session, but I'm definitely feeling the effects of being 2 weeks out. So that's all I got to say. We will revisit this on Monday for another press session. It's going to be pretty light next week, I believe. For the most part. It's still going to be like probably 80, 90%. No, not 90. Probably 80%-ish. Oh, excuse me. But we'll see. So, until next time, go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.